How can you get better at Muay Thai and combat sports faster? Today I'm going to talk about some of the things that I have found helped me over the last while in my Muay Thai journey and in my first 9 fights here in Thailand. First off, one thing that I think is underrated as far as improving your Muay Thai or kickboxing goes is to watch lots of fights. And I don't just mean as a fan, but to watch as a student of the game. And what exactly do I mean by this? Well, I mean to really pay attention to what these world-class fighters are doing. Watch the fight at half speed if you have to. Look at their feet. What are they doing with their feet and their footwork, their hips, their shoulders? Where do they hold their hands? We are so lucky to be living in a time with all of these online resources and all of this video footage of these world-class fighters to learn from. Watch some of these Muay Thai legends from the golden age, the golden era of Muay Thai, and there's several promotions that you can be watching in modern times, whether it be Pechin D, RWS, Palang Mai, Thai Fight, and of course there's one championship. Though things are a little bit different with the small gloves, there's still a ton of information that you can absorb. And the next time that you're in the gym, try and apply these small details to your own training. And even if you don't magically turn into Sanchai overnight, every little thing counts, and over time builds on top of each other, and eventually you'll notice some huge improvements. Which leads me to my second tip for getting better at Muay Thai more quickly, and that is to film yourself training. Film yourself fighting if you fight. I have found this practice to be a game changer. And again, it's all about the little details. It's the same as when you're watching Muay Thai fights online or on YouTube. Look at your feet, look at your hips. In your head, you might think you're doing everything right, but then when you watch yourself on camera and you compare it to these more advanced practitioners, you'll most likely get hit by a reality check. I know I did, I know I still do, but it's been an essential component for me as far as slowly getting better at this awesome martial art. Film yourself sparring, film yourself doing pad work, shadow boxing, bag work, everything. Not all day, every day, obviously, but from time to time, and you will see progression for sure. The third super important thing that a lot of people overlook, especially beginners and even some intermediates, is to focus on improving your defense. So many people, including myself at first, would just focus on my punches, my kicks, my knees and elbows. And there's a lot of people that look fantastic when hitting pads and when hitting the bag, but when it comes to sparring or fighting, they become overwhelmed when anyone is throwing strikes at them. So what I did personally was every time I would go into sparring, I would plan in my head and say, okay, today I'm gonna focus on my high guard. Today I'm gonna focus on my long guard, my Dracula guard. I'd mix them up. I would do this in my fights as well. Back when I used to do only MMA and my striking was pretty much non-existent, I would be taking shots all the time in sparring, trying to be Anderson Silva with my sloppy head movement. I even almost got knocked out by a guy much smaller than me in my first MMA fight because I had no defense. A strong guard is just so important and has been invaluable for me as far as not taking too many big shots in sparring and even in my fights so far, knock on wood. You know, ask your instructor or trainer to really show you the details of how to hold your hands, your shoulders, your chin, and all of the different guards, or in one particular guard. Again, YouTube is your friend. There's so many videos that break these things down. Get a partner even, drill back and forth, get used to being stable as they're hitting you with shots. Not necessarily 100%, but hard enough to move you if you're not properly balanced and in the right position. For my fourth tip on getting better at Muay Thai faster, one thing that separates the noobs from the more advanced practitioners is feints and fakes. Like practicing your defense, you really want to work on this when you're shadow boxing. Watch yourself in the mirror. When you're sparring, don't just throw 1, 2, hook over and over again. Set your strikes up. Not only will you be able to land more shots, but it becomes much more safe for you defensively when you're coming in and when you're opening up your guard to throw specific strikes. And I'll throw distance control in there as well. Feints, fakes, distance control. Watch yourself in the mirror. Again, take video footage of you doing these things. Study your movements on the tape. Compare how you move to how the pros move, and you'll improve faster. Number 5, lots of sparring, but not where you're trying to knock each other out. Thai style. Do it playfully. Of course, there's a time and a place for hard sparring, especially if you're preparing for a fight. But I have found personally that playful sparring, technical sparring, being loose, I have improved way faster than I did back in my meathead MMA days, with all of us just trying to beat each other up. So dumb looking back. Save yourself some brain cells. Just tap each other. Try to smile, laugh, have some fun. Training should be fun, in my opinion. Muay Thai is fun. Don't take things so seriously. I don't know. This works for me. Maybe other personality types need to be all like all the time, but relax, enjoy yourself. My 6th approach to improving at Muay Thai faster is another thing that a lot of people ignore for various reasons, and that is mobility work and strength training. I'm going to put those together. It's especially good for older athletes like myself. At 35 years old, it has been invaluable, even though for some it might be boring. For me, it feels great, especially now that everything's starting to open up more as far as my hips, some imbalances that I've had, like with my shoulders, my hips, and my neck, just from sitting down over the years, living the sedentary lifestyle that a lot of us do when we're not doing our Muay Thai. Your body just stops using certain muscles. Like for me, I don't know if it's the official term, but dead butt syndrome, where literally my left butt cheek was for the most part inactive all the time. Like for my right butt cheek, I was able to flex it like the way you do with your bicep or whatever other muscle, but it was just impossible for me to do that with my left side. And although it's taken a fair amount of time, using a lot of these mobility exercises has really reactivated some of these dormant muscles, and I've become much more flexible than I ever was back in my 20s. And even if you are younger, I say get ahead of the game, do these things before they turn into a problem later on. The more flexible and mobile your joints and areas like your hips are, the easier it's going to be to throw kicks faster and more powerfully. I know a lot of people struggle with tight joints. Your body will thank you. And then there's also strength training, which benefits are a bit more obvious, but when I say strength training, I mean more for power and explosiveness. Lower reps, like 3 to 5 for 3 to 5 sets. I do the lower end because I don't want it to get in the way of my Muay Thai training too much as far as recovery goes, but I've still noticed a huge improvement in my speed and power over time. Again, this is over time. All of these things that I'm mentioning, they all build up on top of each other and complement each other to the point where eventually you'll be a Muay Thai beast. And last but not least, we have what has probably helped me improve more than anything else. And it might not be for everyone, because not everyone is as serious as I am as far as becoming a fighter goes. But yeah, it's to fight as often as you can. By far, the times that I have improved the most are after my fights, win or lose. It really exposes your weaknesses, shows you your strengths, and it is probably my favorite part of the whole Muay Thai journey and process. It's training for a fight, going into a fight, winning or losing, studying the tape, working on said mistakes, and then coming into your next fight, a better version of yourself than you were before. I'm lucky enough to be living in Thailand, where you can, if you really want to, you can fight multiple times a week. So again, this might not be realistic for everybody, and this could be where hard sparring from time to time could be an advantage. Of course, things like injuries can get in the way of fighting a lot, but if you're doing mobility work, really taking care of your body and keeping those hands up to prevent major concussions, it's definitely possible to fight frequently, and with that, improve your Muay Thai much faster. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you. Check out one of these videos next for more Muay Thai content, or to watch some of the fights that I've had here in Thailand. Until next time, guys, cheers.